So this one, Lady in the Woods, who's already primed. Mark's already primed this one up. I'm actually going to put a dark brown layer on because I want a bronze effect on this, much like the Buddha. So he's a nice bronze colour, and I think I'd like her to be a nice bronze colour too. So I'm going to actually put a layer of paint on, acrylic paint, which I've mixed up a burnt umber and black. Just give her a layer. Won't take long to dry, and then I can get on with some of the others, putting some of the nice effects on. As I said earlier, these are all going to go into my memorial garden that I'm creating outside the back of my house here. This is my little studio where I do all my paintings, but right outside the door here is a nice little area that I'm going to create with lots of little statues, plaques, etc. Things that all my family liked. My family that are now gone. And this is going to be in memory of them all. Just things that I like as well, that I think particularly my mum would like. She would have loved these sort of things. So I'm going to give that a nice coat. So I've covered up all the silver, the first primed coat that was already on when I received this from Mark. So it won't take long to dry. But in the meantime, I'm going to start on one of the other plaques that I've already primed. Earlier, in my last video, I'd primed this Lady in the Woods. I primed her blue, and I've put a highlighting coat. So now I'm going to add a third layer on there. I'll just move that. I'm just going to move that over there. Where's the lid? There's the lid for that. As you can see, I use every bit of these little plastic boxes as palettes. They're very useful because you can just cover them up. The paint stays moist, so you can reuse it. You're not wasting any paint. So this one now, let's move her out the way there to dry. This one here, I'm going to work on this one. I'm just going to sit down on this creaky chair. Now I need a dry brush because I'm going to give her a dry brush effect. I need to, I should have brought some more. I've got hundreds of brushes in my room next door, but I'm going to just dry this one off. This was the original one I was using, so it's probably not as dry as I like. So I'll just try and take some of the surplus water off on this piece of newspaper I've got here. That's always useful to do that. I think that's probably dry now. Okay, so I'm going to now put a very light dusting of the palest blue that I'm going to use. So I'm going to put a bit of paint on the dry brush, just to make sure. I'm going to rub it off onto this cloth, just so I haven't got hardly any paint on the brush, so I can just lightly go over. I'll hold it up like that, you can see what I do. So it just touches some of the surfaces. There we go. Just tiny touch so as it's lightening out. So it actually brings out the leafed area around her face, which is lovely. Just put a little bit in her eye socket and across her lips, just A little bit up there. I think that's enough actually. The last and final touch, what I'm going to do in a moment, I might just rub that over. There's hardly any going on now, but it's surprising. Little is more. I think that's all I need for the effect I want. Yes. Now, just let that dry a moment. Okay, I'll come back in a second with some, I might put some highlights of gold just around. But I'll come back in a moment when that's dry.